Hello, everyone. Okay, perfect. I'm going to share my screen. First of all, well, thank you for joining, as Eduard and Diana mentioned. I will be happy to answer any questions you may have during the presentation. So please feel free to raise your hand or open your mic if you have any questions. And at the end of the presentation, we will do the same dynamics as last time. And we will also do the Q&A with all of you. I think it was very, very useful last time. And we will be delighted to help you, not only during this session, but also during the coming weeks. So we are here to help. And first of all, I'm going to share with you, this is the main points we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the key dates that we have to take into consideration. We're going to show you the updated program. We're going to talk about the venues, even though you already have received all the information, but we will move through all the venues. We'll show you how to move around Barcelona for those who are visiting the city for the first time, or for those that are not as used to move around the city. We'll also talk about registration and about media, about promotion of the event, about social networks and everything. So the first thing we wanted to talk about was the key dates that you need to take into consideration. As for all the site event organizers, as you know, we are here gathered and we are gathering people organizing site events, organizing site visits, having exhibitions and having stands. So we are marking right next to the key dates who this date is related to. So for those organizing site events, you're on last Friday was the last day to submit your request for specific needs. We are finalizing the links with the suppliers of each service. So everyone will be linked during today for those who arrived last minute. And today, well, yesterday was the first day in which you should have received the first list of registered attendees to your site event. So in case you didn't receive it, please, we will gather everyone's requests later, but in case you didn't receive it, please let us know so we can update you on that and send you the new email. Then for those organizing site events, we'll need your running order. I know Joanna has been calling you and emailing you about this. We need a schedule to know how you're going to develop your activity, to make sure that everything is under control and that we understand, that we have no doubts. We're going to share it also with the technicians of the room, so we are all aware about what's going to happen and highlight if there's something that we don't understand. And next week, we have a very important milestone for everyone on May the 29th. First thing is that we're going to close the registration for the event. So please make sure that you have registered, that you have asked your colleagues to register, your speakers to register, and that you have selected all the site events and site visits you want to attend. We will go through this later today to go into detail. On May the 29th, next Monday, it's also for those exhibiting and having stands. It's also the last day to send your payment. Maria here will send you later an update and a reminder for those that have not submitted the payment. And then for those organizing site visits, so field trips, we're going to provide you with a t-shirt of the event with the logo and everything. So people can identify you and the meeting point. So we're going to provide you with two times where you can collect this t-shirt. So you can do it next week at the company Invita. For those organizing the site visits, you have all the information in your email already from last Friday. So you have the schedule, the days, the contact preference, everything has been sent by email. And you will also be able to collect your shirt in case you cannot do it next week. You can do it during the event in the registration desk. Also, by next Friday, you will receive the last final list of registered attendees to your site events, all of you. So you will get an update to know. We know that this was something that you all demanded. So we are providing the final list. So once we close, we will prepare the list and we will give it to you. Please note that we will also provide you that list the day of the event, so you don't have to worry about printing it or about any changes that we may have. We will take care of that and bring the final list of attendees. And then we have the week of the event. So on Monday, just so you know, Monday, June the 5th, it's a bank holiday here in Barcelona. So everything will be closed for those arriving on Monday. If you're arriving on Tuesday and you have a stand or an exhibition at the Palau de Congressos, you can, well, you will get all the details by email, but the assembly of stands of exhibitions will be in the afternoon of June the 6th. And on the morning, we will be the ones arranging everything, so it's not possible to access the venue from during that time. And then we'll have the event, of course, from June the 7th to the 9th. We will all enjoy the event. We will also have an activity. I see Natalia here. We have the open activity on June the 6th. So you're all invited. Of course, you have to register and reserve your seat before next Monday. But we'll have the open activity at the Spy Francesca Bonmaison. And then on June the 9th, after we close the event at lunchtime, we have the dismantling of stands and exhibitions. So updated program. So first of all, we wanted to share what we're going to find around Barcelona. As you know, our main venue is the Palau de Congressos de Barcelona. We will be using 3 levels. We have been sharing this. I believe we are all aware, but it's always good to do a reminder. So what we will find here at street level, level 0, we'll have the registration desk where you will be able to collect your badges and your welcome pack. We'll also have the exhibition area with some stands and some exhibitions. Exhibitions will be distributed along all the venue, so you will be able to move around, to mingle with people, but we'll have 2 big exhibitions here at level 0, and in here we will also have the coffee area for the coffee break, and we'll have a space for you to get breakfast or during the day. Then we'll have level 1 in here, where we'll have 2 rooms for side events, room 3 and room 4. We'll also have the ISHF talks area, that, as you know, it's an open space for everybody, where we will have 20-minute talks during the 3 days of the event. In that level, here in the VIP area, VIP room, we'll have the tech camp on June the 8th and the 9th. We'll have more exhibitions. And in here, in room 1 and 2, we'll have the press room and also the speakers room. The speakers room, it's only for the speakers talking at the main auditorium, but it will also be the place where you will be able to find us. Since we will be moving around the venue, in case you have any doubts the day of your site event, the day before, in case you need to find us, please come here. At rooms 1 and 2, we'll have a letter sign so you can find it. But this way it will be somewhere where we will also always be. And then on level 2, we'll have the main auditorium, then 2 other rooms, room 5 and 6 for more side events and some more exhibitions. And then in the afternoon, as you know, we have many venues distributed along the city. I'm sure you have seen already this map before, where all the venues can be found, and also the Restaurante El Foro, where we will do the networking activities, social activity in the afternoons. We'll have also marked the metro stations that you can use to move around. We'll share with you later the name of the stops and some other ways to arrive and to get there, but this gives a full view. We also wanted to share with you the overall schedule of the event. I know so many of you have been asking for it because you're accessing the program and it's difficult to get like a full view and how the sessions are distributed. So in here, we couldn't fit June the 6th activities, so it's marked here. You can also find it. So it was like very wide, but so you can have an overview. We will prepare also a detailed visitor's guide with all the information. But in here, you can have the view. So in the mornings, as I was mentioning, we will have the Palau de Congressos activities. So we'll start with the welcome activity and the opening plenary. After that, we'll have the coffee break, some side events, the break, some more side events, lunch break, and then we'll have the other activities in the afternoon. So we'll have 2 rounds of site events each morning and each afternoon. And in the afternoon, at the end, we'll have the field trips and the social networking event. So this activity will only be on the 6th, on the 7th, and on the 8th. And on Friday, we will only have activities at the Palau de Congresos. And in the afternoon, we'll have some field trips also arranged. And in here, since we will be sharing with you the presentation later, I will not go over all the detail, but you have here the overview of detail. This, of course, it's an internal document, so we will not be posting this on social networks, but and we will have the visitors guide in the coming days. And also we wanted to share with you that some other activities that you can use or do during your visit. So besides the social network activity at Restaurant El Foro, where we will have the stand-up comedy and a piano concert on the 8th, we have some museums exhibitions that we have arranged. Well, we have not arranged, but we have got an agreement with them. There's our exhibitions regarding the theme of the event. So in case you want to visit them during the event, you can do it. Also during the weekend after the event. And especially we wanted to mention that we have the Mies van der Rohe pavilion that it's in front of the Palau de Congresos, and it will be open only for the ISHF attendees during the evening of the 9th. So from 4 to 7 on Friday, it will be open only for you. So in case you want to visit it, it's a very good chance. So you have to bring your pass, your accreditation, and they will let you in. And about the site event venues in the afternoon, well, not in the afternoon, but during the day, we'll have, this is the design for our room. So we'll have the screen and a lectern with a sign. In case we don't have a lectern in that room, we will place the sign somewhere visible. And we'll also have the cubes with the image of the event. So everything feels like we are under the same space and event. We'll have the morning sessions at the Palau de Congresos. You have all received, I believe you have all received already this document where we mark every venue with the giveaways to get there by metro, ferrocarrils, bus, and we have marked which lines you can take and the stops that you can use to get there. You also have the maps, so I will move this very quickly. As you know, in the Palau de Congresos, we'll have an AV equipment. It's equal for everyone. So we'll have the screen and projector, the 4 handheld microphones, internet, remote control, and everything. And for those that have hired interpreters, we'll offer also the devices for the simultaneous translation, as you know already. And unless previously specified, we will arrange the rooms in theater format. So in here, I'm sharing some rooms. I know that I believe Diana maybe will ask for it, but we have some big rooms like with capacity of 250 or 320 people. So in case, since we have the pre-registration, in case we don't get as many registrations, we'll prepare the room for less people so it doesn't feel empty. So in case we need to remove 50 chairs before the session starts, we can do it. We also have the tech cam. It will look like this, and also the ISHF talks that since we're building that space, we don't have an image, but you can feel the sense. We'll have a screen and also the cubes and a lectern. It will be an open area, and it will have a capacity of 40 people. And for the afternoon sessions in here, you have all the information about each venue, as you know, as how many microphones and lecturns, if we have it or not, about the internet and everything. So I'm going to skip it. And these are the information. So we have the Escola Industrial with 4 venues in there for rooms. There are 2 buildings and it will be easy to get there. We'll have people showing around since it can be very, a little bit stressy to get there. We'll have these 2 rooms, Sala 2B and La Sala d'Actas. And we also have Sala S6 and S7, which are arranged like this. We have the Spy Francesca Bonmaison, where we will start on the 6th. And this is like shown like in a theater format. It's in the city center. We'll have Comisiones Obreras, also this room and the pictures. the IMAP, La Sala Pilar Florenza. In here, you can see the picture, and it has a wall, but this wall will be open, so it's bigger than it's shown in the pictures. The Espai Urbanisme from the City Council of Barcelona. La Lleialtat Sancenca, which is very close to the Palau de Congressos. Calalier, which is here. It's an open area, very beautiful building, in fact. And in here, I believe some of you ask about how to move around Barcelona. For those who are not from here, we have tons of information. Of course, we always recommend to use Google Maps to get like the best way to get there. But we have these signs, which is, this is the metro, this is the tram, which is a tram, and the ferrocarrils, which is something like a metro. It's a mix between a metro and a train, but it can be, it can get you from around Barcelona to the city center. And this is the map of the metro, tram, and ferrocarrils service. So you can see that it's very well connected, everything. And also we wanted to highlight that the city is very manageable by bike or electric motorbike. Many of you ask how to rent a bike or how to get an electric motorbike. So our recommendation is to download, in case you want to do this, to download the small app in your devices, and it shows you which applications you can download and you can use to do that. Because we have a public bicycle system in here, which is called the Bicing, but it cannot be used by people from outside the city. So it was not easy to do so. So this is the best option that we have found, so it can be easy for you. And we also have the bus lines. So just so you understand, in Barcelona, we have been updating the bus network. So usually we have, right now we have like 3 types of buses. So there we have the horizontal lines, the vertical ones, and the diagonal ones. So maybe you will have to jump from one bus to another to move around the city, but it's quite quick, in fact. And then we wanted to share with you also some public transportation tickets that you can use. We have left here like the price and the explanation for each one. I'm not going to go one by one because it would be very boring. So you can read it afterwards and decide which one suits you better. So you have all the options and you can decide which one it suits you best. And then about registrations, we have received many questions. We have, well, hurry up. Don't forget to register before May the 29th. Here you have the link. I don't know if all of you have registered already, just in case, please set this key date on mind. We have already, as this morning, 1,451 people registered already, and raising up every day, we get more and more registrations. We're getting many side events in full capacity already. So please be quick in case you want to register yourself. And as you know, we have the registration consists in 2 parts. We have the general information about the attendee, and then we have the pre-selection of the seat and seat reservations. We have already, I mean, as we already discussed it, but we are going to do some overbooking because we know that since this is a free activity, we'll have some people not showing up. And so this is the first item we wanted to highlight. And then the second one is that what happens is if someone did not register for the site event and they want to attend. So what we will do is the pre-selection or seat reservation, they will have priority. But of course, in case someone attends the site visit or the site event, if they have enough capacity to let people in, we will do so, even if they didn't register in advance. So of course, everyone will be welcome. But if the activity is full, only the people doing the pre-selection of seats will be the ones coming in. Also, we wanted to highlight that the ISHF talks don't have a pre-registration since it's considered an open activity, and we need everyone to register. And as I mentioned before, the collection of accreditations will only be done in the Palau de Congressos during the 3 days of the event. And in here, we wanted to share with you some frequently asked questions we have been receiving by all of you and by some attendees. So do you have to register to your own activity? We highly recommend it. Of course, it's not mandatory because if the activity is getting full, you will probably stand up during the activity, but it's recommended to have a full view of how many people we're going to have in the room for security reasons and everything. And the speakers would not need to register for their activities since they will have seats on stage, okay? However, if they are doing so, it's okay too, because we'll have the full overview, so don't worry about that. About the list of attendees, as I was mentioning before, we already sent the first email. In case you have not received it, please let us know so we can send it again, and we'll send you the second list on June the 2nd. We have also mentioned this before, but just in case, we are not going to share the contact details of the attendees since the Spanish data protection law doesn't allow us to do so. So in case you want to do it, you will have to find a way to do so during the event. So maybe collect the business cards or ask people to sign a document. We can guide you through this in case you have doubts or you don't know how to do it. We can talk with the registration team so they can help you to gather a way or to think a way that can be easy to do so. Another thing is another question we have received is if I wanted to attend an activity, but it's listed as full capacity, what should I do? Please check in the coming days. We're asking people to review the seats that they have reserved just in case they cannot attend. So maybe it will get more space. Oh. I'm getting someone. Is that a question or not? No, I believe it's not a question. And then the other thing we wanted to highlight is please don't create your own registration platforms. We'll only use the one we are, the official one for, I mean, it will be easier. And then from May 29th, we'll print all the accreditations and prepare the final list of attendees. So we cannot guarantee any availability of spots after that.
Maite, can you silence maybe Enrique's
sure.
mic? No.
I don't think, okay.
That's,
I was not allowed to do so, but they did. And last but not least important, we have the dissemination of activities and promotion media kit and everything. We kindly, well, I mean, some of you have already started, but we really encourage you to start promoting your event on social networks. Please always use our hashtag and tag us so we can see it and also spread the word. I mean, it's very important. You have to think that there are over 90 site events, plus the talks, plus the exhibition, plus the stands and all the activities. So it's impossible to give you all the visibility to all of you. So if you start your promotion, we can help you spread the word. So please start doing so. We have prepared and sent you a media kit with all the information. You have the logo, you have different banners. We have prepared a PowerPoint template for your sessions in case you want to use it. We have prepared also this template so you only have to put your logo and the name of your activity on some other information you want to include, but it's very easy later to convert it to an image and share it on social networks. And so start doing so and we will help you with the promotion. Also, we wanted to share that we shared an updated promo kit on Friday, so please use that one. We have changed some things about the design, so it's very important to use the last version. And of course, as I was mentioning, if you share it and use our hashtag, or if you tag us, we will of course repost it and interact with that, so we can all get like a widened view. And that was all. I think it was super fast going all of on it. So I don't know if you have any questions about it. I didn't see the chat. Oh, I see now that there are so many things in the chat. So first question, I think it's Margarita about the assembly. So
I think they are already.
Yeah, I already sent you an email,
okay.
Margarita, with all the information, just to not mix things up with stands and exhibitions, which are different things. So yeah, I sent you an email yesterday and I just sent you another one now with more information.
I think a general question many people were having is whether we have sent them the list of registered participants. We're now discussing internally because it seems many people who should have received them have not. So we have sent allegedly to all site event organizers, not site visits organizers. So if you are organizing a site visit, it's normal that you haven't received it. You will receive it today, hopefully. If you are a site event organizer, you should have received it. So we will look into what might have gone wrong. Of course, we're sending it to the people that are the representatives or co-organizers in some cases of the event. If you can check your spam folders in case that has gone that way, but we'll look into that and resend if needed.
Yeah, just something to my experience to share, Edward. So for instance, I'm in charge of 2 events and then I received for one, but not for the other. So maybe something somehow slipped. But yeah,
Well,
what would you suggest? Would you suggest that maybe that's resent to everybody, or that people who have not received get back to you, which can result in quite a few emails? So I don't know what is the best way for you to proceed.
in that case, Alex, I don't know if he's here, should tell us. I mean, one thing is that we only sent the list to the main contact information, and in case, I mean, for each site event, so maybe in case you didn't receive it, please check with the other co-organizers, if any, maybe they did receive it. And I don't see Alex right now.
I see Alex. Yeah.
Random.
Hi,
Okay,
Alex.
because I mean, there's like so many screens for me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, now I see you. Hi, Alex.
Yes, hello. The EO were supposed to be sent yesterday. So if anybody didn't receive it, I think the best way is if you write a mail to registration at socialhousingfestival.com, because here in the chat is a bit confusing. So if anybody didn't receive it, the best way is to write a mail to registration socialhousingfestival.com, and I will resend it immediately.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah. We'll
Not,
do so.
not .com, .Barcelona. I will
Dot
share it on the chat now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And I was jumping from one question to the other. I think I got to Soledad's question. Do we have to use a special identification during our event? No, you don't have to. I mean, I'm not sure right now, Soledad, which kind of event you have, if it's a site visit or if it's a side event. Is it a site visit? Okay. You're mute. I mean, you're unmuted, but I cannot hear you. But I mean, for those organizing a site event, like a session, they only have to bring the accreditation. For those using, having a field trip or site visit, you can collect a t-shirt next week or during the event, so you can use it in the meeting point.
But that's only for the site visits.
Yes, exactly. Only for the site visits, because they are not located in a room where we can brand everything. And I think it's easier. I mean, some of you are gathering people in the middle of the street. So how would they know? I mean, we believe it's easier for people to see a t-shirt with the logo of the event instead of asking people waiting around like, are you here? Are you not? Okay. About Joaquin, about the social events in the evening. Entrance is free of cost, but drinks and food over there, it has to be paid by the attendee. So we'll have a list of foods and drinks that you can order, of course, and also the social, I mean, then cultural activity that we are offering, it's also free. So accessing the venue, it's free, and only the foods and drinks have cost. Mathilde, no, we didn't send it to the co-organizers. We only send the list to the main contact. Alex, you're raising your hand. go for
Yes,
it.
I just wanted to remember that next week, between 30 and 31, all the final list of the attendees will be sent. So the list we sent yesterday were provisional, but you will receive the final list by the next week.
Thank you, Alex. And then Sarah is asking, is it best to bring the presentation on a USB key? Yes. We are asking everyone to get there 30 minutes before their session to the venue and directly to the room. Please bring all the presentations. I mean, we recommend that you can collect the presentations of your speakers in advance, so it's easier for you. And then you can share it with the technicians. We will not be accepting presentations in advance because I mean, it can get kind of crazy, and then you get newer versions, and we don't want to give like a non-updated version of the PowerPoint, so you will have to bring it on a USB stick. Soledad, yes, you are going to receive the list also for the site visits. But about filming the site event, yes, we can. I mean, Joanna, we can note this. We can send the quotation. We can link you with the production team so you can arrange the recording of your sessions. Luisa, we are a site event and we have not received the list. Okay. Okay, Ana Carolina is asking, my site event is already fully booked and some speakers haven't been able to register. We can email us, Ana Carolina, but since they are speakers, they will have their seats on stage. So you don't have to worry about that. Since they are speakers, they will be able to get in since you will be there during the site event. If someone shows up and it's a very VIP person that you need to access, I mean, you can ask people, the hostess, to let people in. So, but if you're worried about this, you can send us an email to registration@socialhousingfestival.barcelona with their request, and they can add them to the list. I mean, we can do this from the back office. What about when the speakers participate at 2 following site events? He won't be able to be there 30 minutes early. Very good question. As long as someone from the organization of the site event is there before the session, you don't have to worry. I mean, and if we can know about this, Matilde, we will note this with Joanna to let the hostess know so they are ready. I'm not sure, do they have to move from one venue to the other or not? Because I mean, it can get also very tricky if they have to move from 5 to 6. So that's easy. I mean, they just have to cross the street. I'm not the street, but like the floor. Do we have more questions? Because did someone raise their hand? I saw some hands before. You can open your mic. If not, I'm the only one speaking.
Maybe something to bear in mind is that even if we are gonna close registration on Monday next week, we're only doing that in order to be able to produce the accreditations on time, to put together the list, the final list of attendees that we're going to share. But that doesn't mean that people that show up at the event on June 7th will not be allowed to enter. Everybody will be able to register on site as well. The only thing is we will not be able to ensure that they will have a seat at some of the specific venues. So they will not be able to pre-book a seat at the different sessions, but they will be able to enter any of the venues. And as long as there are openings and free seats, they will be able to just join the session freely, right? So we're only talking about reserving seats really, whereas registration will be open during the event. So people will just go straight to the registration desk and get registered on site. And just for you to get an idea, we have an overall registration of 1,500 people at this point. And a lot of them haven't booked their seats yet, which means they have registered for the overall event, but they're not registering for specific sessions, or they have done that only for a few sessions, which means that eventually people are gonna also try to get into some of the other rooms. So if your session is not fully booked, that doesn't mean that at the day of the session, you will not see other people trying to get into your room.
And about Martina's question about, oh, okay, perfect, Joanna, thank you. About online speakers, if you have online speakers, please let us know in advance, because I mean, you will have to provide your Zoom account and open your account on the computer, but we need to know it to make some arrangements in the technical stuff in the room. So we will need to know if you can email us so, I mean, I believe you all have Joanna's email, and well, it's also my email, but I mean, she's the one answering all your emails. So I'm going to send you by email, by the chat, our contact details. So you can email us here. And Sarah, can you live stream the event? Yes, I will need to know if you need us to link you with the audiovisual team so you can hire the technical staff, or if you already have your equipment and if you will do it on your own. I will take note and then we can speak about it. Your site event, Shane, is not listed on the registration page. We can review that with Alex. And Elsa will have 1,500 attendees, right? Around, Eduardo, if I'm not mistaken.
Sorry,
How many registered? I mean,
overall? It's 1,500 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane, can you share the name of your session, just for the sake of clarity?
Hi, sorry. I'm responding for Shane. Shane, your
Okay.
session it's a talk. It's an ISHF talk, so therefore there's no need for registration for that session. Since it's open to everyone, it's for the full public, so that's why it's not listed on the registration page. No worries. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And about the interpreters, Clotilde, we will review it. We sent a reminder to the interpreters. I believe it was yesterday. So because they have lost some emails during the process. So we were just reviewing if you had all replied and closed your interpretation requirements. So we'll go over this with Joanna later to check with them and to remind them to contact you. Do we have any other questions or concerns? No, Diana, do you want to add something? Did I miss something?
No, I think the main question, of course, was the registrations. This is also what I got from the team here at Housing Europe, but I think this will be sorted out. And yeah, I think the most important thing, if we can send one message, is really to disseminate your sessions and to do proper promotion within your networks, especially the people who you know are going, because this will be decisive at that moment. And of course, I mean, something that it's really the moment to prepare the sessions, write the script, communicate that to the speakers. This is at least what is really high on our list here at Housing Europe. So I guess it's on everybody's in your organizations. And yeah, that's it, I think.
Perfect. Then, as we mentioned at the beginning of the sessions, we will be sharing with you the recording of the sessions and also the PowerPoint. We'll share a reminder of each of our contact details so you can have everything. We'll be sending you, for all the organizers of the site event, a last email with the last reminders the week before the event. So, I mean, as Joanna and we usually mention that email is the one that you have to have like saved, like highlighted in your inbox with all the information that you will need to use during your visit to Barcelona. And also, okay, perfect. Pierre is promoting his event. Perfect. So if we don't have any other questions, I think that maybe we can finish for today.
Thanks very much to everyone.
Yeah,
Besides if there are questions.
Yeah, we're almost there. So if you have any really pressing issue, feel free to email the team or even call if you have our phone numbers to sort specific issues that you have for your sessions. But if not, just bear with us. We're getting there, and we're sure it's going to work out well. So really excited about this.